Our personality and mindset develop as we go through life. Unfortunately, having the wrong money mindset can sometimes limit how prosperous we are. So in this video, I'm going to share 11 money mindsets that may limit you financially. Some of these may be debatable, and there is absolutely no shame in having any of these traits. I have personally suffered from most of these at some point in my life. The key is to recognize these traits and work out what steps you can take to rectify these. And it's important to remember we are all human and none of us are perfect. So let us know your thoughts and whether you agree or disagree with any of these in the comments below. And if you have any other money-making mindset suggestions, then feel free to share them below. So the first two are kind of linked. One is fear and two is self-doubt. So fear is one human emotion that shatters so many dreams. This can come in many forms, but often boils down to the fear of failure and the repercussions from it. For example, at some point in your life, you may have wanted to start your own business, but fear may have put you off. It could have been the fear of failure, fear of not having enough money to live on, or fear of quitting your job and not being able to get a good job again if you don't succeed. I am 100% guilty of this. Given the chance, I wish I would have started my own business when younger. I think it was a mix of the fear of failing and the fear of not making enough money to live on. But in reality, there was probably no better point in my life to try it, as I had very few outgoings. As I've gotten older, I've realized it's better to try and fail rather than regret not trying at all. Now, the trick to overcoming this is to ask yourself, how can I do this? For example, in my case, I should have asked myself, how can I start a business and still pay my monthly bills? And often you may realize there is a way around your fear. So the second part of this, which is linked to fear, is self-doubt. For example, you may believe that you don't deserve a job or don't deserve to get into a specific uni because you think you're not good enough. I would be lying if I said I've never suffered from imposter syndrome. There have been many times when I've been scripting videos and questioned whether I have enough knowledge to speak about a subject. But if you ever suffer from this, then trust me, you are probably doing better than you think. Plus, the older you get, you realize that many people are just winging it through life, and you shouldn't be ashamed if you don't know something. See it as an opportunity to learn something new. So don't be so hard on yourself if you don't know something or don't understand something. Everyone more knowledgeable than you was in your position at some point in time. So this leads nicely on to number 3, and that is to stop caring so much about what people think. I know this is easier said than done, but you have to accept you're never going to please everyone or be everyone's cup of tea, which is completely fine. You are an individual person, and that's what makes you special and individual. And for every person that dislikes you, I'm sure there are many more that do like you for who you are. The minute you stop caring so much about what people think, you will be much happier and more confident and care less if you fail and will likely go further in life. So the number 4 money mindset that may limit you financially is an unwillingness to learn. The world is forever changing and you need to adapt with it. So never stop educating yourself. Educating yourself can give you new skills to make more money and make you more employable. And if a subject seems like too much to learn, then try breaking it into bite-sized chunks and do a bit each day. For example, I'm currently trying to learn about options and day trading, and there is a lot to learn. But when you break it into smaller chunks, it's not so bad. I'm pretty sure everyone can spare 15 minutes each day to upskill. So the number 5 money mindset that may limit you financially is laziness. If you're not willing to learn or make an effort, then unfortunately you are more than likely not going to get rich. Most rich people in the world didn't get to where they were by sitting on the couch watching Netflix all day. So unless you've got a daddy who's very rich, if you really want to make money, then you're going to have to put the work in. Maybe this is an age thing, but when I was younger, I used to waste my weekends, but now there are never enough hours in the day to do everything I want. So the number 6 money mindset that may limit you is being unwilling to change. Whether it's moving job, moving location, or even accepting evolving technology. If you want to make the most money, then you're going to have to accept change in your life. Life is fast moving, and the best opportunities may not be where you are currently or from what you are currently doing. For example, if you want the highest paid job in your field, then there's a good possibility it's not in your area. Or for example, if you take the hot topic of ChatGPT, this is passing exams left, right, and center, and it means more people are likely to be replaced in the workforce in the future. But the key here would be to learn how to use this technology for your benefit. For example, say you write code for a living, you now have a tool that can help you write code faster and potentially make you more productive to do other tasks that it is incapable of. So the number 7 money mindset that may limit you financially is trying to do everything yourself. At some point, you'll realize that you can't do everything yourself, whether it's in business or in life. We all have 24 hours in the day, and at some point you're going to have to offload some of the tasks. This can come in many forms. For example, if you have a job that makes £20 an hour and a cleaner costs you £10 an hour, then paying them to clean your house while you work makes more sense than you doing it yourself. Or say you run a business and want a website. You could do this yourself and perhaps you'll learn some skills and know the quality of the design, but this could take you a few weeks, when in reality your time would have been better used serving your clients. If you have your own business, then as it grows, you simply will not be able to do everything yourself. Now, before we go any further, if you're getting any value from this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe, as I upload new finance related content every week and it helps the channel massively to reach more people. So the next 2 money mindsets are kind of contrasting, and the first is not committing to something and giving up too early. And the second, at the other end of the spectrum, is knowing when you're wrong and when to quit. J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter books, she had her book rejected by 12 different publishers before actually being accepted by one. She obviously knew her book was good and wasn't going to give up that easily. Another example is a friend of mine who is a music producer. Back in the day, he'd done official remixes and he was a Ministry of Sound tour DJ, but he wasn't making enough money, so he had to move home to live with his parents. A lot of people at this point would have probably given up on a music career, but he didn't, and he committed, and he has now gone on to co-produce a #1 hit, and he now produces loads of tracks for major labels. So the lesson here is to keep going and to learn from any mistakes you make and try again. Now, in contrast to this is knowing when you're wrong and when to quit. For example, J.K. Rowling and the music producer must have known to a certain extent that they were good at what they were doing, but had they been doing this 10 to 20 years with little progression, then there becomes a point when you have to question whether you'd be best off doing something else. This can be applied to investing. Say you invest in a company and the price keeps on going down. Sometimes fundamentals of a company change, and sometimes you have to accept defeat, accept a loss, and walk away. It's always better to get off of a sinking ship than to stay on it till the point it goes under. So the number 10 money mindset that may limit you financially is not questioning things. This can be seen in many ways. Questioning things is quite an entrepreneurial trait. For example, questioning the way something works and whether there is a smarter, faster, or more cost-efficient way to do something. Most inventions came from a problem, and more often than not, the best solutions come from thinking outside the box and not following the trend. But questioning things doesn't even need to go as far as being entrepreneurial. For example, we often do something because society says we should. Many parents and schools push towards attending university, and often we may be pushed away from arty subjects. And in life, we are often pushed towards a salary paid 9 to 5. But as I've got older, it turns out some of the most successful people I know didn't go to uni or even follow the 9 to 5 route. So don't be scared to question something if you think there is a better way of doing it. And the 11th money mindset that may limit you financially is being a no person. Often it's said there are 2 types of people in life, yes people and no people. If you always find yourself saying no to stuff, then why not try saying yes more often? Not only will this put you outside your comfort zone, but you may learn a new skill, a new hobby, or meet a new network of people, and it will open you up to a world of opportunities and experiences. But even after talking about these mindsets, It's important to remember that it's not always about money, and true wealth often comes from happiness. So you should always try and put that first. And now that you have learned how some money mindsets can limit you financially, you may also want to know about some money traps that you may be falling into. So I recommend you watch this video next. It's been Ollie from Get Geek Finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.